Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Era of the Dragons. Um, we are continuing with my little homebrew D&D campaign. Um, I am Mal, Archangelic. Some people like to call me Mal. Um, my pronouns are she, her. Um, we'll go around. Silver Bullet, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I am Silver Bulette, aka Steven, and my pronouns are he, they, and I'm playing the Dragonborn rogue Fensiris.
All right, Jaden.
Hey, I'm Jaden or Soliloquy. I go by either. I use they, them pronouns. I'll be playing Grief, who is a tiefling barbarian. Grief uses he, they pronouns and a combat wheelchair, and I'm disabled and am an ambulatory wheelchair user in real life too.
And Penny.
Hello, my name's Penny, at Cetra777, I suppose, but really Penny's more normal for me. And I'm playing Gift, who also uses she, her, and is a human warlock, but really a commoner. Just ask her.
Love it. We are continuing with this game, calling this session Festival Frenzy, session 2. Last we left off, it was the Blackberry Festival in Brambles upon the River. You all had your various things to do in preparation for the day. Let me move this over here. Sorry. You enjoyed the day playing games and participating in the events, finding answers to secrets, doing what normal things. You met a man at this festival who goes by the name Billy Bob Bones, who was acting pretty suspicious. As it turns out, it was because he was in possession of an egg, a dragon egg to be specific. A leathery, nondescript brown, large leathery, nondescript brown egg, and which in and of itself is considered a wondrous thing, but brought the attention of a group of kobolds that you saw sneaking around the town. Following the kobolds, and after harassing them, you saw that a few robed figures and one tall blue dragonborn entered the marketplace, entered this festival, shouting for Billy to give him the egg. Basically, chaos ensued in the marketplace. You all hid and formulated a plan. Avatha and Billy, along with Gift's sister Vatha, you devised a plan. Gift would take the egg and hide. Billy would draw the attention of the Dragonborn, and Vatha and Fensiris went to help civilians kind of evacuate the square. Vatha below and Fensiris above, as well as Grief went into the marketplace as well. As that happened, the skies darkened and a shadow overtook the town. As a dragon flew overhead, lightning leapt from the sky, striking Fensiris from her perch on the roof. And that is where we join our heroes. Let me bring up the map on our virtual tabletop. Sweet. Awesome. So we begin, I'm going to hit begin combat here, but we begin as Fensiris. You have fallen from your roof, 0 hit points. You fall into the arms of the blacksmith, the one you had met just in passing earlier. You are in and out of consciousness. You're burned. Everything's singed. She, upon catching you, immediately pumps 30 HP back into you.
Wow. Ah. Oh, hi.
She says,
Thanks.
I don't know if you know, you got struck by lightning.
Oh, is that why everything hurts?
Yeah. Your shoes are over there. I think one of them is actually on the roof, though. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay. I'll get that later. It's fine. Thanks for catching me.
The blacksmith is this tall, dark-skinned woman, and she says, no problem. Didn't get formally introduced. Just be careful out there. I'm gonna help people get out of here. If you can do the same, let's get people out of here. And you see that Elric is with her, but Elric has donned a chain shirt, a very basic wooden shield, and a big mace.
Good. All right. Elric, good plan. Protection is important. See, your taste metallic to anyone else?
Just remember to hydrate when we get out of here, okay?
Okay.
The blacksmith tells you. Elric says, yeah, hydration's really important, come to find out. And so you are no longer dying. As we begin combat here, we start at the top of the round. Everyone rolled somewhat low. So some kobolds are going to kobolds are just scattered throughout this market. There's like roofs on fire and everything from the lightning that struck. Your shoe's probably a lost cause. It's as the thatch has caught fire up on the roof you were in. So you have one shoe, no mechanical disadvantage, but one shoe nonetheless. And so you hear this dragonborn. You specifically, the only person who can speak Draconic is Fenceris. You hear this dragonborn say, in Draconic, find the egg, and since we're here anyway, take everything of value, add it to the hoard. And the kobolds just scatter, and they start just like taking things from shelves, and they're all starting to bring this into the middle. And that's what they will be doing for their turn. This dragonborn here, he's just going to move to the center here. We got kobolds all around. Grief, it is your turn.
Kobolds all around. Where is?
Oh yeah, there's the list.
Can I? So right now we are trying to get people out of the way, right?
Yes, and you will see that the civilians are marked with these brown tokens.
All right. Some of these not turned on. Okay. So I'm not sure what to do right now. How far is this dragon from us?
This dragon has it's kind of flying above the roof here. It's about 20 feet up.
Okay.
But it is clearly on the move, and when it takes its initiative, it'll be out. And you don't know.
Okay, I think I'm going to try to help folks get out, and will ready my great sword for if this dragon comes down within range. And I'll just hold my action if that's okay.
Okay. I realize I completely have forgotten a token for Vatha, but she is here. She will be doing things. I will figure out a token for her in a moment. Cool. You have drawn your great sword. One of these cultists. This cultist is a little far back, so it's going to move 30 feet into the fray. This one is a human. There is multiple robed figures. They're kind of leather over it, like there's like these leather overlaps on their robes, kind of meant to look like dragon wings of some sort. One of them has his hood pulled back and is just a bear. It's just a bear person. This one, I'll mention them when they come up. And this bear person is actually going to sees you, Grief. This pole here is that greased pole that you tried to climb earlier. So, but he sees you pull your sword and he's going to come and try and harass you about it. Let's see, can he get to you? Yeah, he can. And he just growls and he's going to make a scimitar attack against you. He gets +3 to hit. 13. It meets. Okay. 1d6 +1 damage. You take 4 slashing damage. And that is his turn. This kobold's just going to keep doing what it's doing, rooting through things. This cultist is also going to come here because it looks like you're going to be causing a problem, but can only get so far. On his turn. You are muted.
I love causing problems.
We got more kobolds around here. This one sees what's going on and is interested in biting things today. But actually just makes its way up here onto the platform and is going to make a sling attack against you.
Is the kobold that I fed earlier one of these kobolds?
Make a perception check.
It's going to be an 8.
You have not been around these kobolds long enough to discern how they look different. They're all roughly the same size, and your humanoid brain is not attuned to like telling reptilian faces apart. It's takes a little time.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like when your cat is missing and then you find another cat that looks really similar and your just brain's just like, is that my cat? Like all right, sling attack. +4 to hit. 14. Does a whopping 1d4 damage as you get hit with a rock. It does max damage, so you take 6 bludgeoning damage. It got really lucky, and it like celebrates.
Just like the kids from It.
Yep. Fensiris, it is your turn.
Oh, it's me. Fensiris, seeing all of this going down, is going to start out by shouting, just anyone without a weapon, get out of here. Just get to safety. And in common, let me specify. And then is going to roll. I don't want to put that guy in danger, but I think I'm going to go where that white bearded fella is, those set of boxes over there up north of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to, Fensiris is going to like move around them over to the end of the boxes there. And going to start out by trying to bonus action hide over there
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll stealth. So move your little token there.
That would be a 15.
Okay. I don't believe anything has a passive perception higher than that. So
Sweet.
for the moment, you were good.
Okay. I'm gonna immediately spoil that. I just wanted to be hidden away from them. Fenceris is like reaching for one of her regular daggers. And as like she just wipes her mouth clean of the blood that is still coming out from the damage earlier, she noted like her hand just whips out into a blade that she didn't draw. And she's like, that's new. Let's see if this works. And she's gonna throw her soul knife at the one that we have best aim at, which would be just beyond grief there, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. This one here, right?
Yes.
Cool.
That would be a and I miss entirely. Thankfully, it's a weaponry that like all right, so it's 8 anyway. That's not gonna hit, I'm sure.
No.
Then
It's
Fenceris is
little-
gonna duck back
like-
down and be like, oh.
Yeah, it floats right by its air. It's little fluffy. That was the bear folk one, and it's just little fluffy air, just the tufts of hair off of it, and it just turns and snarls at you.
Oh. And of course, I'm no longer hidden because I did that. That's going to be the end of my turn. Just one real quick question before we move on. Kobolds all look fairly similar. Are they, because they have draconic ancestry like me, are they all one particular color scheme? And what would that be?
Yes, these ones do have one particular color scheme. These are all blue kobolds.
Okay. I was wondering. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So we got this cultist guy over here. He's going to, let's see, he can probably make it. He's going to protect this dragonborn. He's going to come take a defensive position over here. More kobolds in the mix. Another kobold is going to come up to you, Grief, and is going to try and leap at you and make a dagger attack. It gets pack tactics, has advantage roll. Yep. Okay. I believe a natural 18 on the die is going to hit you.
That'll do.
You take 3 piercing damage from its little knife. It just screams something something in Draconic, and it's just a battle cry. Like, you think it's something in Draconic because you don't understand Draconic, but Fenceris is just like, oh, it's just yelling. All right, that's the kobold here. We got Billy Bob Bones, who was supposed to be trying to give himself up and drawing all this attention. He says, is all this necessary? I am willing to go on my own. And he is going to try and make his way. He draws his rapier, and he's going to gently move this commoner out of the way and make his way. He will have to dash, but he is going to dash right up to this guy and say, we don't need to make a big fuss about all this. And this cultist will get an attack of opportunity on him. +3. And does hit. So Billy Bob Bones is going to take some damage.
Billy Bob, no!
But doesn't seem to notice, doesn't end his stride at all, and he dashes right up to this dragonborn. Gift, it is your turn. You are currently in a closet in your new apartment. You have an egg. Is
Yeah.
there something you would like to do with this egg?
And like 57 minutes of invisibility, might I add.
And for right now, the egg is an object that you are holding. So yes.
Right. Let's see. I mean, it was loud when I came in here, so I assume it just still sounds loud.
You heard that crack of lightning.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah, there's no way you didn't hear it. So you know things are downright chaotic outside.
Looking at the map, there's what looks like a balcony or whatever those shade things are called. Is there
Yeah.
a window there?
There would be a window there.
Okay. Well, based on the size of this, I'll have to dash. But assuming nobody else is around, I'm just going to go and see I'm going to go to that window and, peek out, even though I'm invisible from the side, as though someone might see me, and see what's going on.
So you look out, and you see just kobolds are taking anything of value, anything metal, anything that looks vaguely shiny. And they are starting to take it from these stands and they're putting it in what is currently a small pile, probably somewhere here.
Okay.
They seem to just be looting the place. And you see Billy Bob run up to this dragonborn. Give me a perception check, as you are closer to this dragonborn than most everyone is.
Okay. Normal. Where does it tell you how you did on the VTT?
That would be
here we go. 18.
Chat. 18. Okay. I'm gonna see. You can roll history or arcana, whichever one is best for you. If neither of them best, it's your choice.
History or arcana, my guesses are going to be the same. That they are.
Okay.
Although given gifts personality, let's go with history.
Okay.
11.
Something's weird about this dragonborn. I mean, you've seen one or two come through. Something's different about this one. Just in the size, the shape, possibly the tail. The tail is definitely different from most dragonborn.
He is within 60 feet. When I can detect magic at will.
Detect magic. Okay. Does he have anything? There's nothing particularly magical about him. He doesn't even have any magic weapons on him or anything. So
okay. Well, I used a move and an action and cast an at-will spell. I believe that's all I can do.
As your turn comes to an end, you feel movement in the egg.
Oh, that's the worst news.
And we will go to Elric's turn. He's got a mace. The blacksmith's apprentice is here, and he guides some people out. I will move some commoners out of the way, and as people start to flee. And Kessa, that is her name. You'll soon find out. But Kessa is the blacksmith. She will help escort them. She is unarmored and will not be participating in combat. And she spent a spell slot to bring up somebody who was struck. So, excellent. Elric is going to 30 feet. So he is going to cast Bless. So Grief and Vensiris, since you're not hiding, you get, let me read the spell so I know what I'm doing. Whenever you make an attack or attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, you can add a d4 to the number you rolled. So you feel a wave of divine intervention come over you. So
Thank goodness.
And that will be Elric's turn. He's gonna, well, he will get next to you, and hopefully get a hit on somebody. He'll get it up next to you, Grief, and trying to get a hit on somebody on his next turn. So we have more kobolds. This one's going to come to the center here to drop off more things. Kobold 2. It's going to harass this commoner. Got to move all these people. We come to the dragon's turn. The dragon, Vatha has run out, and she is also trying to guide civilians out of this square. This dragon swoops down and clutches a commoner and Vatha in its 2 claws and flies off with them.
Crap.
Gift, you are out of window. You can see this happen. You are muted still.
The button's getting old. I said, yeah, unacceptable.
So for now, I will hide this dragon as it flies off. Vatha is just, you see her, she's just like kicking and like stabbing at this dragon as it goes, like hitting it with her shield. It doesn't seem to really affect it, as you see it fly off. A storm is also at this point brewing. It seems to be probably something to do with the dragon's kind of regional effect on this. This dragonborn is going to take some hits at Billy Bob here. You hear in common from this dragonborn. He says, "Where's the egg? Give us the egg, Billy." Billy just says, "I do not know what you're talking about. I do not have the egg. I never had the egg. I know you are looking for me because you think I have the egg, but I do not have this egg." You should just leave this town alone. And this dragonborn will make some attacks. Makes 2 longsword attacks. +5 to hit. That's a hit. The color's coming off this dice. Okay. Yeah, Billy takes some damage. And another hit. That's not enough to hit Billy. All right. So that is that one's turn. Kobold here. Another kobold is going to run to the center to drop off more goodies. More kobolds getting into the fray here, running to stop these people who are trying to stop them. So Grief, you're going to take some kobold damage with a knife. That rolled really bad. It just hits you in your little harness. It just glances off.
Good. I really don't want to be killed by kobolds.
I mean, it's embarrassing, but many low-level adventurers have succumbed to kobolds. Grief, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's try to hit this dude right here. $25 on that.
What are you doing?
Great sword. This dude right here. 25.
Okay.
On that. That's 12 damage.
12 damage.
If I move at all, I will incur opportunity attacks, correct?
That is correct. But this great sword attack, you just come down on this this bear folk and just like slice him open. And he falls dead. As we have our
Cool.
first death. Oh, there we go. Yes. So if you move, yes, you will incur attacks of opportunity from these two kobolds.
Let's see. Okay. Then I will just bonus action rage,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Roll a d8.
Oh, yeah. 6.
6. Until your rage ends, you're surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain +1 AC, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus.
Nice.
Is there some way that you imagine that looks like for grief? As I
Can
give
you say it again?
the effect from the book reads that you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain +1 to AC, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus.
Okay, I imagine it would look something akin to my wife's healing things.
Okay, so it kind of looks like a healing spell or like a divine shield is
Yeah.
over you. Oh, let's lighten that color. That color turned out a little. Cool. Yeah, so if anyone is in that aura, they get +1 to AC. Are you're just staying there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that.
Okay. All right. So this cultist is going to come and attack Billy Bob Bones, who is now getting harassed by 3 people. I'll move him here. But they get +3 to hit. Nope, that's a 10. Excellent. More kobold action. Gonna move over here, and they're just scampering around. It's just total chaos. They're just like filling their arms with like silverware, like just random stuff. They haven't quite made their way into homes yet. They seem to just be working on what's here in the festival area, stuffed animals, anything that looks valuable to a kobold. All right. We got this cultist here who saw the soul knife being thrown from where Fensiris is. So it's going to make his way over here to try and harass you there. And is going to make a weapon attack. 19 against Fensiris.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. You take 5 slashing damage
Ow.
as it just reaches over these boxes and just slashes at you.
Oh, hi.
Got another kobold who's just gonna sling at Grief. Rolled a natural 3, so you're good.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, you now take half damage to all these attacks. You raged, so Fensiris, it is your turn.
Okay. Okay, I see. Does that person next to me, the blacksmith, does she count as being an ally next to this cultist?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. I guess it doesn't matter unless I hit, but I'm just curious. Yeah, the soul knife's not gonna help me a ton right here. So Finn is gonna pull her rapier out and then strike over the box at that cultist, even as like she's also using her free hand to push down the head of this bearded man next to her. She's just like, stop looking, just be safe.
He says, where am I supposed to go? I can't go anywhere.
That's better. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Sweet. All right. So that is 6. What is it? D6 extra damage, right? Oh no, wait. It's better than that. Because assuming that she's an ally and is within that range, I can do. I get my rogue things. 2d6. Okay. That would be a total of 13 damage.
Yeah. What's it look like when you kill this cultist?
Well, I just pulled out my rapier, which happens to be moon touched. So as she removes it from its sheath, there is a little bit of a glow as she slices down, and the wound that she creates just looks like it continues to glow a little bit even as she takes the sword back.
Okay, yeah, this wound, like light just erupts from the wound as you make it, as everything becomes slightly moon touched as you cut through, and just falls backwards into the street, bleeding out into the market.
So after I do that, I'm going to do with my movement / my bonus action. I'm going to say to the bearded gentleman, "Go that way." Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to roll past him to the other box, the other side of him, and try to hide again.
Okay. I'll just move you there.
Right. That's called stealth, not hide on the sheet, Steve. Yeah, okay. 19.
19? Okay, yeah. A hide check. That's 3-5 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say that must be. I'm still having 3-5 days flashbacks. There's a million
every day.
skills.
Literally all the time.
I guess you don't like forget your first time playing, and it's just, they're so ingrained. Cool. So we got another cultist out here. Is going to take some more slashes at Billy Bob, who's not doing so hot. Nope, real bad. Billy Bob is just like fencing with these people over here. He's just kind of defensive flourishing over them, like, it just seems to be a hot mess over there. A kobold like comes under your wheelchair and Grief, and just like tries to take a stab from underneath you. As they are rather small creatures. It gets pack tactics though. It's gonna need it. Nope. I don't think that's gonna hit you. 13.
Nope.
Cool. That's what it gets for trying to come up from underneath you. It thought it was being sneaky. It was very wrong. All right. Billy Bob here is going to do some things. He is going to take a hit. He's going to fence out with his rapier against this dragonborn, and rolled a natural 3, so he doesn't get to do anything else. Let's see. I believe you're the Gift, you are looking out on this battlefield. You're the only one who would be close enough to see this. As you see the face of the man called Billy Bob Bones just turn full skeletal as he takes his form of dread. And on each of her turns, he gains 10 HP. All right. And he gets some other things. On each of your turns, if you hit a creature, you force it to make a wisdom saving throw. On a fail, it is frightened. You're immune to the frightened condition. Okay, so he has taken this form of dread, but you're the only one who's close enough and has a vantage point to see this. And with that, Gift, it is your turn.
Well, seeing this, Gift relaxes and says to no one in particular, things are finally starting to make sense, and Abyssal to herself. Now that she's feeling much more comfortable with this whole situation, she has to deal with something. So she looks warily at the egg before finding some string or tearing a bit of fabric from around the tavern, the upstairs of the tavern, and pulling out one of the little paper birds. She has no idea if this is going to work, but she ties the string to the paper bird and then writes a letter to her sister in hopes that it will start to tug and that she can follow it to her sister.
Okay. No, that's so simple. That like there's no, that would work.
It made sense to Gift, but I mean, I'm not pressing as a player here.
No, that totally makes sense to me. I love this. Yeah, it pulls off to so this map is oriented in cardinal directions, so
Okay.
it pulls off to the northwest.
Okay. Well, she ties the other end of the string to her, her belt, and she has a little kite that's tugging her where she's going.
It's just like a little hummingbird, just like pulling.
It's perfect. Well, she has a place to go, but she's still got this egg. She decides to wait and see how this goes. Who is the token is a blonde human, I think.
Yes, that is just one of the people who lives here in town.
Is she trying to fight with that kobold or anything?
She is kind of cowering from it. On initiative 20, I was going to move those people away. So,
okay, let me take a look at just one thing real fast. Oh, that's touch. Okay. Oh, well, I can do that. Let me check this. So there we go. The kobold, I think, is rooting through stuff.
Right now he's this kobold is kind of like harassing her with a knife because he wants to get at the stuff and views her as like in the way.
Okay. I'm going to like duck so I'm just physically out of sight. Because I'm about to go uninvisible.
Okay.
At the maximum of the range, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, dog barking from inside the stuff, like vicious dog sounds from inside the stuff, 5 feet away from the kobold.
Okay. All right. This thing's let's have this be a contested roll. Give me a deception.
Yes.
Or deception or intimidation, whichever you want.
I have a +6 in either one.
Let's see. This kobold has a -2 wisdom, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh, well, I'm going to do the intimidation because the goal is to get it to back off from the humanoid. Normal. 24. Heck yeah.
It got 7.
And I believe that's also a natural 20 if I'm reading that correctly.
Okay. You scared the person there, but that's, what can you do? But like, yeah, this barking just immediately, I'm gonna have this kobold like kind of as a reaction, like spend its reaction like moving away. Like, awesome. No, absolutely not.
We're talking like old school World of Darkness, big mean dog barks.
Yeah. That's the kobold's natural enemy is like large dogs, clearly.
I'm helping from a distance.
Hey, like big dogs are medium creatures. These are small creatures. It's like cool. Yeah, and you are casting more magic, and you seem to feel that the dragon is reacting to this magic in some way and moves a little bit more in the egg, and you feel it push against like one of the leathery sides of the egg.
No, don't hatch, don't hatch.
And we come to our tiny little Elric here, who says, he's come up beside you, Grief, and he says, you doing okay? I mean, you have a sword, so I think you're doing fine.
Yeah, my health isn't great, but I'm hanging in there.
And he's like, okay, and he's just gonna try and slam one of these kobolds with his mace. Let's see.
I have a question before he does that. Would I have to take an action to try and crumb up and spread out some more meat pies?
I would say that would be an item interaction, and you would have to do that on your turn.
Okay, sounds good.
But it should be simple enough for you to do. Let's see. Why doesn't it have his plus to hit? Well, he's got proficiency, so +4 to hit. 18 to hit. And a mace does some damage. (1d6 + 2). He rolls max damage against this kobold, which totally just conks out this kobold. And that one goes down. And he is going to. Oh, he doesn't have any bonus action spells, so that is his turn. Cool. We are at the top of the round. We got more kobolds here that are going to go back out and try and get into houses and raid them for things. They are just scurrying out. You hear people screaming in the distance. Get kobolds moving all around here. It is initiative 20, so we will continue to move these commoners out of here. Kessa will wish you luck as you will wish Fen luck as she exits, and this person's gonna make his way out. We got, that's actually the closest exit out of the market. So, and same for this guy. Move these commoners out. This dragon, though, you see the wings first, and it swoops down and perches back on this building. Not carrying anyone, but it is going to use its frightful presence, which I believe has a range of 120 feet. So that's not enough to get gift, but everyone else needs to make some saving throws.
It doesn't need frightful presence. Gift's already afraid of it.
Is frightful presence a psychic type thing out of curiosity, or is it something else?
It is not a psychic thing.
Okay.
It is just, this is a big scary dragon, and that's, yeah.
That's fair.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm goody. My best saving throw.
Remember that you are at least Grief and Fen are blessed.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you are blessed.
No, not that. I was the D12. D&D Beyond is messing with me because the dice said it was 13, but the roll down at the bottom says it was 1. So I guess it's 2 total. Yay. Plus the bless of a D4. It's a 4.
Okay. Is there a frightened condition here? Yes.
I got a 7. Even with the
Okay.
D4, I rolled a 4 on the D20.
You don't have any type of advantage because of your rage, do you?
Only strength checks and saving throws.
Okay. Then you are frightened. You cannot move closer to that dragon. I believe the dragon's frightful presence has more things. Let me just double check that. So you are within 120 feet and aware. A creature can repeat the saving throw. Oh, you're just frightened for 1 minute. Okay, no, that's fine. So no extra things. So you just cannot move closer to this dragon wherever it may move. Excellent. So I'm gonna say that all these kobolds and things are not gonna have to roll. Anyway, they would have advantage on it anyway. So let's see. Let me just make sure Billy Bob doesn't have anything in his form of dread. He is immune to the frightened condition. He is the scariest thing in the room right now.
I'm a bigger bear than you, Defense.
Mhm. Oh, you're a dragon? Well, I'm a skeleton. So awesome. So we got this veteran who is actually just going to try and grapple Billy Bob. He's tired of this. So he's going to make a contested strength check against Billy Bob. Billy Bob rolled really well. So we'll see how this goes. Athletics +6. So rolled the dragonborn rolled a natural 1. So did not manage to grapple him. So that's his turn. We got kobolds. Kobolds doing stuff. Gonna run out into this building here. Another kobold is going to try and stab at Grief. I forget what its plus is. 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to take some damage. This die is impossible to read. Why do I have it? You are going to take 3 piercing damage, halved to 1. Grief, you have the frightened condition, which means you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight, which the dragon currently is. And you cannot willingly move closer to the source of the fear.
Okay, but it's my turn.
It is your turn.
All right. Can I break up a meat pie and try to give it to this guy and maybe throw some to this guy over here?
Okay. Because of the situation you're in, in doing this is just going to be an item interaction, but I'm going to see how this works out. Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
That is only a 7.
Let's see if they fall for it. Oh, they're going to make insight checks. One got a natural 20 for an 18, and another one got a 6 for a 4. The one next to you failed, just completely failed that insight check. It doesn't know it's a trap. That is meat. That is good meat, and you're just throwing it on the ground. It's going to try and eat it.
Fantastic.
This one is not falling for that. It has its sling ready to hit you at its first opportunity. You still have your turn.
If I move away, will I incur an opportunity attack from this kobold?
Not from that kobold.
What about from the other one?
That one cannot make an opportunity attack as it is at range.
Sweet.
Well played.
All right, then I am going to go back here with my buddy. Hey, friend. What the hell are we doing? Let's see. Can't move closer to that. I think, can I hold my action until something comes into a threat range?
Yeah, what action are you wanting to take?
Probably hold my great sword.
Okay. Yep, if anything comes into range, you will be able to make your attack as a reaction.
Sweet.
Awesome. So we got more. This Dragonborn in Draconic says to these two cultists here, he says, forget him, go search for the egg, and they will break off, but Billy Bob will get attacks of opportunity on them. So, or on one of them at least. So I believe that will hit. Let me bring up his character sheet. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Billy Bob has levels and he should be able to use them. So he makes a rapier attack at +5, and 19 will definitely hit a cultist. And he does some damage. 1d8 +5. He outright just stabs one of them through. So that one tried to get away and did not manage to. Y'all doing pretty well. Okay. We got a kobold here. Let's see. This kobold is close enough to that meat pie to smell it. Rolled a natural 3 on that insight check. Is gonna come up there and eat some meat pie. and that one says in Draconic too. It's like, that's a trap. You know, it's like, no, it's not, it's meat. Okay, we got this kobold. You couldn't hide, so you have partial cover for this, because you held your action. How far is the range on a sling? Probably not far.
You're talking to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. 30, 120. So let's see if he's close enough to. Oh yeah. So you get, what's half cover? +3 to AC. So you get +3 to AC. It rolled a 17. Meets. Okay, you're going to take 1d4 +2 bludgeoning damage. So you take 4, half to 2 bludgeoning damage.
Rolling with a hot 11 over here.
Oh, Elric needed to make his wisdom saving throw to see if he was scared. He failed. So he is also frightened of this dragon. Okay. Fencerus, it is your turn.
All right. Do we roll at the end or the beginning of our turn to try to unfrighten, by the way?
At the end,
At
did
the end.
you
Okay.
Okay, so Grief make a wisdom saving throw. Thanks for reminding me.
$21.
You are no longer frightened. And you are immune to the frightened condition from this dragon for 24 hours.
That's the best part.
Having been shocked by this dragon and now frightened by this dragon, I think Fencerus is going to duck down as much as she can. Are these boxes tall enough that I can get out of line of sight? I was trying to hide over there to begin with, but I don't know if the dragon can see me.
This dragon can probably see you. Make an insight check on this dragon.
All right. It's a 9.
This dragon is scary as hell. You don't know what it's going to do. It can probably see you.
All right. Fair enough. Okay.
You
well,
have you have total cover from things kind of at ground level because you're hidden, but this dragon kind of has a vantage point on you.
I get you. All right.
And while we're standing here next to each other, I just want to let you, Grief will let you know where Gift is with the egg, because she went home and you don't know where her house is. So I'll explain that to you briefly while we're standing here.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. She's gonna summon up another psychic blade and kind of whip it around the corner at the closest kobold there.
Okay.
This is a disadvantage, right? Obnoxiously. Actually, wait a minute. If I'm hidden, do I have advantage? Am I flattening it out by being hidden from this kobold?
Yes, you are.
Sweet. All right, that's a 16 to hit.
16, that definitely hits.
All right. So as she throws that around the corner, and this is going to be with that sneak attack damage because it's a new turn. Yay. That is a total of, that was only 3. That's sad. So 8 damage total.
Kobolds only have 5 HP. So,
good.
So this bolt just, this psychic blade, you just sling it around the corner and it pins this kobold to this platform here. And this kobold dies.
Great. Then I'm going to say, try to stay down. That you don't want to be hit by the breath of that thing. It hurts so bad. On Fenn's movement, she's going to move around those boxes that look to the up on the map, kind of around all that cart stuff, and duck down up there with a bonus action for another hide.
Okay.
She's going at a sideways angle, but she's trying to make her way over to help Billy Bob.
Oh wait, so you'd like it run here?
Sorry, my screen was going crazy.
Oh, are you not logged into the virtual tabletop?
No, I am not. I was going to ask about that during the break.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
So I've been watching along with everybody else at home and being like, oh, this. Okay. Yeah, I got the map.
All right. So you can move 30 feet. So that puts you there, and you can probably get to this area here if you want to stay hidden.
Yes. Yeah. And that's I'm going to duck back down to hide out over there, and that's perfect, just as far as I can get before ducking down and hiding. Which, speaking of, hide check. Oh wait, no. 17 on stealth.
If you use 3.5 terminology, I know how to translate that. I'm always translating it in my head anyway, so
we all have the 3.5 Babel package installed.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you get me on a good enough kick, I will just sit here and talk about 3.5 versus 5e versus 4e all day long, just so. And Jaden will completely tune out because they have no idea what I'm talking about. So,
I'm still very new to the D&D.
Awesome. So go ahead and make your stealth roll.
I was a 17. I think.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I can check that. It said.
Oh no. We're about to go to a break. So
Game log. Yeah, 17. I did
17.
remember.
Excellent. All right. We are still in the middle of a fight. But I think this is where we should take a little break, refill some water, stretch our legs, stuff like that. So everybody get snack, hydrate, and we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, y'all.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the game. We have some raiders that happened during our break. Thanks Indoor for raiding us. Hello everybody. We are in the midst of what used to be the Blackberry Festival is now a Kobold Festival. They are gathering up everything in sight, adding it to a horde. Don't know what's going on. There's a dragon egg possibly hatching. We'll see what happens. We join now. Fen, it was the end of your turn. So please roll a wisdom saving throw so to see if you are frightened from that dragon.
20.
20. You are
Non-natural.
Nice.
sweet. You are no longer frightened.
Hooah. I don't know why I was so concerned. I don't know what that was. Yeah, all right. I'm in this.
You're looking at this dragon now, and you're like, this dragon's not even attacking. It did one lightning at the roofs. It's being big and mean, but it's mostly just hovering above this battlefield.
Did it come back?
It did come back.
But without the people it took?
Correct.
All right, great. Fantastic.
Yeah, so we come to this turn. This cultist is going to try and pull away in this direction. Billy has not regained his reaction, so he will not be able to get a opportunity attack on this cultist. So that's what he will do. But it is Billy Bob Bones' turn, and he's going to make an attack at this half dragon, this dragonborn. Rolls a natural 4. Doing real great. Gift, it is your turn.
Okay. And this is a cultist that's bigly come in range here?
Mhm.
Okay. Give me just one moment here.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna hold my action. Let me see if this is something I have to sit on or not. Oh, there you are. Limited use, no range. It's just if I can see. So if something doesn't have a type, is it considered an instant, or how does that work? I'm looking at touch the tapestry. I can.
Okay.
There it is, right there.
All right. Let me take a look. You can see brief glimpses of possibility. Oh, we should have done this at the beginning of the session. So you can do this now. Roll 2d20s and it'll become part of a pool. It's like a divination pool.
Yeah, I did it already.
Okay.
I just wanted to see like, can I use that on? Looks like I can use it on somebody else's turn. Correct?
That is correct. You can use it whenever a attack roll, saving throw, or ability check is made. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I will cast guidance on myself and continue to watch.
Okay. Awesome. Sweet. So, yep, you'll continue to watch. The dragoning, however, has a different idea. And you see its little nose horn poke its little way through the leathered side of this egg.
Oh no.
And it puts its little head out, and it doesn't open its eyes yet. But it's a gold dragon.
Well, from what you told me last session, I don't know anything about dragons. I know that it eats magic, though, right?
It seems.
I mean, it
to be
reacted
sensitive.
to reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I suppose I am going to, non-mechanically channel my pact energy at it. It's a baby. It was just born. Everything needs to suckle. Please suckle on this magic and not me.
Okay. I'm going to just say make an Arcana check.
That's not something I'm great at, but we'll make it work. Boop. 7.
7. What's your charisma bonus?
I believe it's +3. No, it's +4. I have it all the way up.
So we'll say that's 11. We'll make this a charisma arcana check because you're a warlock. And
Yeah,
that's
that
your
makes more sense
spellcasting
to me.
ability. Um,
And I have
awesome.
guidance. I give myself a D4. Guidance was actually useful.
Yeah.
One
if you want to.
second.
Yeah.
I will do that. So that takes it to a 15. Roll a 4.
A 15. Yeah. This little dragon wormling, it seems it pulls it into its little, it looks like there's like this little core of magical energy just kind of beating in its chest. And it's very small, it's very fragile. You know, you see the big dragon out there and how intimidating it is, and this thing doesn't seem intimidating. It's weak and needs nurturing, and as you rightly assessed, and it opens its eyes at you, and it just kind of tilts its head, and it's got its like little neck and a little bit of its shoulders out of the eggshell, but hasn't done anything else.
Okay. Well, I think I'm feeding it. I'm going to smile too. That's what you do.
It opens up and its little tongue lolls out. I say little. This thing is the size of, this thing is like 20 pounds already.
Right.
Like it's this is not a baby. This is something much bigger, but
Adorable.
so that will be Gift's turn. Poor Elric over here doing his best. You are not doing so great on the health points. So Elric is going to come over and put his hand on your shoulder. He has like this shield buckler. It looks like it's just made out of scrap wood and some scrap iron he found at the blacksmith. It's working, but it's, you know, it's very rudimentary, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds on you. So you gain 8 hit points.
Sweet.
And that will be one of his slots. Oh, actually, that has been 2.
Thank you, friend.
Okay, he says, you're welcome. You seem to need that more than I do right this minute. I don't know. Is there anything else? I'm new here. And he's like awkwardly holding his mace, and you can just tell like he made this mace, but this is the first time he's had to use it on like a not dummy.
How low are his hit points right now?
His hit points? He hasn't been hit at all. You're muted.
Sorry, I'm not sure if it's best for him to find his way to safety or stick around.
He says, he's like, I can fight.
Then just stay close.
He takes a swig of water. Yeah. He's like, gotcha, I can do that. And you're muted
Out of
still.
curiosity, am I on my turn able to have him sit on my lap and move? Will I like get any like penalty to my movement? Because I can move a lot.
Your strength is ridiculous, right?
Yeah. Do you want my weight carried, encumbered, or push, drag, lift?
What's your encumbered? Yeah,
270 pounds.
I think, yeah, you should be fine. You should be fine to do this. He's not.
Okay.
This kid is like $120, and that's with the chain shirt.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, that will, if you tell him to get on your lap, he will.
Okay, fantastic. Sit here, not awkwardly, if you consent. It's not weird.
He does it, and he just holds his mace. He
All
like
right, cool.
he holds his shield like out in front of you. So like,
Perfect. Yes, fantastic.
he's like, "This is a cool chair. Who did Afe make this?"
Yes, and we can totally talk about that more later, but right now, kind of not the time.
He's like, "Got it."
A lot going on.
All right, we got kobolds. This kobold's gonna make a perception check because I'm gonna see. That was pretty good. Pretty good. No, it has -2 to perception. So no, it wasn't good. Not good enough to see Fen. It's just gonna keep digging through these crates. Like you hear it on the other side of these crates, just like digging through, and it's like, that's junk. That's junk. And it's just like throwing straw and stuff everywhere.
Holding back a sneeze on the other side as the hay comes at me.
It's hitting you in the face. This kobold is that the one that you scared off?
That's the one I scared.
Okay. Nope, it's still scared. It's gonna run to the safety of this one. And like gets underneath him. He's like, what are you doing? Okay. This kobold over here, what have you been doing? He's gonna go in this house. He's gonna bust through a window and just go into this house and try and find things. All right. This dragonborn's gonna try and grapple Billy Bob. This is
He
what
rolls a
he's here.
3.
He does not grapple Billy Bob. It's like you just tug slightly at the weave, and his hand goes slightly to the left and glances against his Billy Bob's gambeson, and just totally misses.
Sweet perfection.
If size and satisfaction, doing stuff without doing anything.
Just going for a two-handed grapple, and it became a one-handed shoulder of just, you got this, buddy.
Awesome. Oh, excellent. So that kobold is going to now run out here. Back to the middle, dropping things off. Grief, it is your turn.
All right. So can I use my action to dash around this way, then through the boxes right here and get over to this point, which is 60 feet away?
Let's see. So you can get here, that's 40. 55, you can get like here.
There. Okay. Let's do that.
All right.
And bring the kid with me, obviously.
Yeah, I'll put him behind you, but he's like on you.
Yeah, and we'll do our best to stay as hidden. I am trying to get to Gift as quickly as possible. I don't want her to be found alone with the egg.
Okay. You will have, I'm going to say you have half cover here because of all the stuff around you. So that's the best you can do. Because you can't really hide here.
Yeah.
Well, this kobold sees you leave. So, wait, what's that kobold doing? I've already forgotten. Oh, that kobold's eating. Let's see if he's still eating. Roll to eat. He's still eating. I love kobolds so much. But this one, it's like he just smacks the other one, and the other one will get his next turn, but he's like, get up. And this one's gonna scamper out here. He can make it 30 feet. I'm gonna say he can get here and hop up on this counter and hit you with a sling. Nope. That's like a 9. And with the extra shielding from your from the blacksmith's apprentice, you're pretty set. Fen, it is your turn.
All right. So Fen definitely heard the "what are you doing" from this other kobold, and like in her mind, she was just like planning on hopping over and throwing a knife, but she's like, wait, they sound pretty close to each other. She's gonna sweep around the boxes here, get in their face, and then she's gonna unleash her breath weapon. So these two need to both roll a. Wait, I have it listed somewhere. It's gonna be a dexterity 12 saving throw.
Okay.
That's awesome. Players with breath weapons. That's cool.
The one closest to the box manages to just dive behind one of the boxes. The other one, who is still looking behind it at barking dogs, doesn't move at all. Got a 9 total, but the other one rolled a 17. So
Okie doke. So the one that saved takes 3 damage, and the one that failed takes 6 damage as a wave of like, just it's as if they see sound coming out as this psychic wave bursts over their heads.
This kobold has been having a bad day. It's running from big dogs, and then like a knife into its frontal cortex, like just like the lights go out in this kobold's eyes, and he hits the ground.
Oh, whoops. Good night, I guess. And I'm still next to that one, so I can't really. Yeah, I'll just take another step with the rest of my movement and not take a bonus. Oh wait, no, I can do dodge as a bonus action. I'm gonna take the bonus action dodge.
Yeah.
While I'm standing here.
Okay. Awesome. All right, we got cultist here who is going to. So this building here is the Hanged Hog. That is the main tavern in town. Is going to come in and start searching the place, but it's got, there's the tavern level, there's some rooms, and then there's the apartment. So he's going to be a little while before he gets to anywhere Gift will be. Yeah, so Billy Bob Bones has not managed to hit anyone important. But that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna say, I've been extremely lucky today. And he's gonna try and hit him. For a nat 20.
The luck continues.
Fantastic.
All right, let me pull up his character sheet so I know what to do with this. He's got his rapier attack, so 2d8 plus 5, another d8. It's for 16 piercing damage, and it also needs to be afraid of him. So this dragon must make a wisdom saving throw, I believe. It's dragonborn. Form of dread. On each of your turns, if you hit a creature, force it to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13. Rolled a 5. Okay, so it fails. This dragonborn is now afraid of Billy Bob Bones.
Sweet.
You see, Gift, you see Billy Bob is like whispering something to this dragonborn that you can't really hear, but clearly this dragonborn hears it.
Gift smiles in appreciation.
And Gift, it is your turn.
I did see a hostile come into the building. Yes, look like.
Yes.
Okay, so well, if there's an easy way to get half cover, like if I can put a table down or something, me and Max, the gold dragling, are going to hide behind a table, and I am going to pull out my crossbow And I don't know if this is like the old days. When the old days, if you had time to sit around and aim, you got a +2, or I guess it would be advantage nowadays. So I'm going to sit around and aim. So if something comes through
Okay.
that door.
I'm gonna say make a stealth check with advantage because no one's in the room. You have time to hide yourself.
Let's do it with advantage. It's going to be 2 of these. That's 1. 13 and a 14. 14.
14. Okay. I'm gonna roll for this wormling to see how quiet he can be.
You can do it, Max.
Gold dragon wormling. He's got stats. He's got +4 to stealth. Look at him. He rolled a 9.
All right.
He like slips out of the eggshell a little bit and like kind of spatters on the floor a little.
I think that Max is short for Maximilius Aurelis.
Awesome.
Shining leader.
Okay, so you are hiding. Cool. It is Elric's turn. He says, he turns to you, Grief, and he says, should I hit that kobold?
Yes.
He says, all right, and he's gonna hop off and run and hit the kobold in the face with his mace. He's got +4 to hit. Ooh, 23 to hit. Let's see if he does 1d6. Yeah, it's 1d6 plus 2. You rolled 3 damage. Which is not enough to take down the kobold. But the kobold does say, ow. All right, that will be Elric's turn as he has his shield up, and we are at the top of the round. This kobold is in a tough spot. But the only thing that it can really do is try and hit Fen with a dagger. That is an 18 to hit.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna hit.
You take 5 piercing damage.
Ow! Again. Yeah. I feel like I keep losing the same amount of health. What's going on? Ah.
Yeah. At least it's in nice increments, you know. Yeah, okay. Cool. So that is that kobold. This kobold is gonna run back out into the square with just an armful of like people's jewelry, some nice coats. Just still continuing to, I'm gonna just draw a little pile here. Oh, that's not a drawing tool. Little pile. As this pile is just building up with stuff. And this Dragonborn he now makes all attacks at Billy Bob Bones with disadvantage, but he's here on a mission and that's what he's supposed to do. So that's cocked. He rolled 2 11s. Is that enough to hit? With his long sword, 16 against Billy Bob, 16 meets. So he gets to do some damage. (1d8) slashing for 5 damage.
Very average.
Yeah. And another disadvantage longsword attack. That is not enough. Okay. got Kobold here who's gonna run to over here. Oh, this person's gonna have moved over there. So cool. Grief, it is your turn.
All right. I think he can probably handle himself with the whopping couple of hit points that that dragon or that kobold's got. So can you measure me out again? Trying to get as close to gift as possible. You're muted, I think, without occurring any attacks from anything.
You won't if you go this way. I think so. That's 20, and then you can go 35, and then you can get right to here to the awning here.
Go ahead and let's do that. Perfect.
Okay, so that's your dash. And Gift, you feel this protective energy just enter your space as you see Grief rolling up, just like there's this divine shield around them. You have +1 AC while within 10 feet of Grief.
The good timing.
So many dead characters on the initiative here. Okay. Cool. This kobold, has he run out of pie? No, he has not run out of pie. He's really savoring this pie. This dragon just kind of roars a little bit and like scares this kobold away, and he drops his pie, and he's gonna try and scamper away. Okay, so that's gonna be that one's turn.
Elric is with Grief.
Elric stepped off of Grief to attack a kobold. Pack Tackant. Within 5 feet of the creature. Okay, so it doesn't get pack tactics here, but it's gonna try and stab Elric. Nope. Doesn't hit Elric's AC. So Fen, it is your turn.
All right. Well, Fen is hearing Elric dealing with these couple of kobolds, but it sounds like he's doing all right. She was prepared to like go save him. So instead she's like, he's got it. Pulls her rapier, strikes out at this darn kobold in front of her. Come on. That's pretty good. 18. With a 10 for damage.
Okay. Yeah, that will take down this kobold.
Good. I don't have. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say at the top of this. I know the chat was screaming about me not calling dodge on that last one. Thing is, I don't get to dodge as a bonus action. I just learned that.
No,
I can only dash, disengage, or hide.
Monks get that, and they
Whoops.
have to spend a key point for it. So
Yeah. So you learn something new. Anyway, after she manages to take down this kobold again, she's going to rush past Elric back here, and just kind of ducks behind this. Well, wait, hang on. There's a space right there. She's going to duck in here and then hide again as a bonus action, because that she can do.
remember, you're blessed as well.
Yeah. Which is good. Because that wasn't a 1, but it was a 2. So and with a 1 on the D4, that's a 9 for stealth.
Oh, that's not terrible, but
Yeah, no, I have a +6 in that. It should have been much better.
All right.
But I think I'm hiding great over here.
Yeah. All right. This cultist is gonna make a perception check, has no way to detect magic. but it's just gonna see if anything's in here. Doesn't roll very well. And is gonna go up to the next floor, which is just kind of like temporary lodging kind of area, not the apartment. So the apartment actually doesn't have an entrance from inside the tavern like the inn does. That is through I'm gonna say a stairwell back on this side, but the apartment has a separate entrance.
Okay, so there's no. It would have to go back downstairs and
Yeah, make its
Okay.
way around. Yeah.
good information.
Yeah, I'm like, I had that in my head, I just forgot to convey that. So cool. Billy Bob says, how about we come to an agreement and just end this whole affair? And he's gonna try and make a rapier attack. Rolls a 2.
Agreement check. Oh.
Billy Bob is he's got a lot of words. He doesn't have a lot of follow through. All right. Actually, does Billy Bob have any spells or anything? Let's check if he can do anything. Nope. He's gonna he's actually no, he does have one. He's gonna cast Hex on this dragonborn. You deal an extra d6 necrotic damage. He's gonna choose strength as the ability because he keeps trying to grapple him. So he'll have disadvantage on all strength checks. Cool. And Gift, it is your turn.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got more time, so I've already got my table set up, and I've already got my crossbow ready to go. Well, I'm going to cast a blade ward on myself. To the next into the next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. By the time they get here, I'm going to have some defense.
At this point, Max has completely like pulled himself completely out of the shell and is just kind of like stretching all of his little limbs and stuff. He can barely stand, but you've given him a good helping of magic. So, and he's just kind of resonating with your magic a little bit. And you can feel that little heart of elemental energy just getting a little stronger.
I will also be using the free action to talk to Max throughout this. Currently, it is a somber speech about how the world is a hard place, but it's not always so bad.
It just like it's like Max just kind of coos and chitters at you, like inquisitively about what you're saying. And it's like, okay.
Gift's trying to be supportive. You really chose someone who's got really solid nurturing instincts.
All right, so all right, we got Elric here who is gonna do his best. He is actually going to cast a spell. He is going to cast Sacred Flame on the kobold in front of him. So this kobold must make a dexterity saving throw, DC 13. That's a 6. So it's going to take some damage. Sacred Flame does 1d8 radiant damage. So it's going to take 4 damage. That's going to kill that kobold. As just like fire, just like this radiant energy just erupts from the mace and just like zaps it.
Fantastic.
And Elric is going to take that opportunity to not be engaged with more kobolds, and runs right by you, Finn. and we'll just continue on. And actually peers over Fen and he says, if we can get north, we can get to the keep. It might be safer there. I don't know. I'm winging it. All right, we got kobolds here. This one is gonna run over here and dig around.
Where
Okay.
is said keep that he is referencing?
So the keep you would know is probably about 3 miles outside of town itself. It is where the king does live, and it's a fortress, kind of. It's not the most impressive fortress you've seen. It's like 100 feet on each side. Which is pretty impressive. I mean, it does show his wealth a little bit. But that's where you think most of the commoners and everyone are heading to.
Okay.
Go for it with a foot wide ditch around the whole thing.
Yeah. It's the walls are only like 50 feet high. They're not incredibly high. Fen has never seen this keep, so you don't actually know what he's talking about. This dragon is going to fly over and pick up Billy Bob Bones.
That's unfortunate.
Oh shit.
By the way, Fen like would have whispered back to him as he was running off, just like, keep low, just do your best to keep low as you go.
He puts his shield over his head and ducks a little bit. All right, so this dragon is going to fly off with Billy Bob Bones. Well, let's give Billy a shot. This dragon has a 25 strength, so +7 to it. That's athletics check. So we'll see if Billy Bob can contest it. So
The dragon could roll a 1.
you know what just happened? The dragon rolled a 1. So that's an 8. That's an 8. Let's play it straight. Like, let's see what Billy Bob rolls on his acrobatics to avoid this. He rolled an 8 on the die, which gives him 11. Which means
Billy!
he's like, oh, he says, not today, devil. And and he will just continue fighting, I guess. Billy Bob is unfazed in his form of dread. Hat stash magic for sure. Although, actually, everyone has seen him now. He doesn't have a mustache. He looks like everything's sunken in and it's like bones. He's just bones right now as he has taken his form of dread.
Does he still look enough like the guy that we met for us to be like, if we didn't see him transform?
You can't miss that hat.
Okay.
So he's still got a big feather, unseasonably warm gambeson that seems unfazed, and you're probably guessing is because he doesn't have flesh, at least not in the same way you do. What a weird thing to say. He doesn't have flesh in the same way you do. Love D&D.
It does offer the best out of context quotes.
Like it's always simultaneously like horror and absurd, just completely mixed together. Like, okay, cool. Let's see here. What do we got? We got a kobold. Kobolds are doing things. Where is this kobold? Oh, yeah. That kobold's gonna take his stuff back here. Grief, it is your turn.
All right. So how do I get in there? Or is it better? Are we trying to get out of this area entirely?
That's up to you. You do see the cultists inside. Basically, they have opened up the front of this tavern and just put these awnings over because of the festival. So you can just roll yourself in there.
I will do that. I will go try to find Gift.
Oh, Gift, you would have seen her go up. She's back behind. So we can say if you're going after Gift, so you could be here and make your way around. So let's measure you out. You can get here. We'll say you're on the street, not in that gutter. So although you could be
Alright,
doing
cool.
some cool trick on that. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely an option.
Yeah, it's not going to penalize you, but you can get that far. So
Yeah, I think that's it.
So this dragon did land on this tavern. As it landed, Gift, you like saw like the dust come down from your ceiling and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Kobolds are gonna run after Elric, but they're not gonna see you, Fen, so you get an attack of opportunity. Well, no, it doesn't leave your threat range. It gets in your threat range, so never mind. You don't get an attack of opportunity, unfortunately. So it's going to try and make a little knifey knife at Elric. 15, I don't believe hits. Nope. So that's Fen. It is your turn.
I could hear he didn't get Elric. Okay, I'm gonna stick with what I was planning on doing. So I pop up, I shout out, Billy, I gotcha, and I'm gonna chuck one of my soul knives at this dragonborn.
Okay.
And that is a 22 to hit.
Nice.
Yeah, that will hit.
And that is doing some extra damage. That is a total of 12 damage on this dragonborn.
Solid.
And then like as I'm preparing to duck back down and go back into hiding mode, I also just catch a glimpse at Billy, like, oh no, what did they do to you? Anyway.
He's like, what are you talking? Oh, he's like, oh, this don't worry about that. It's still me. It's still me.
I'm gonna say that reaction to him is why I rolled a 10 on my stealth.
He's like, it will all be okay. And okay. So you're hiding-ish. So okay. We got
Why
this.
is he so weirdly comforting?
You might find out if he doesn't die. All right, this cultist finds nothing and like will come back downstairs and out here to the back deck, still looking. Okay. It is Billy's turn. Let's see. He's got stuff to do. He is going to cast Chill Touch at this. Oh, I'm going to throw my dice around. That's not what I wanted. So, but that's fine. I'll use that roll. That's a 15 to hit. Don't think that hits him. Nope. So the Chill Touch doesn't do anything to this Dragonborn. And that's going to be Billy's turn. No, that's a lie. He's going to action surge and he's going to try and hit him with his sword. I know he has some things he can do. Plus, do. Oh, he doesn't have a fighter subclass because he's things. So no, he rolls a 2. He's not having a good time, but he assures you he's fine. Gift, it is your turn.
Is there anything else I can do? So I know the dragon's on the roof.
Mhm.
That feels way too close to like actively involved. I guess I'm going to ask the old standby question. Is there anything in my environment that I haven't thought to ask about in terms of providing for my defense?
You've already like overturned like a side table or like a table that was in the room. There's not much in here. That was supposed to be something that you and Vitha were going to do, and did not get the opportunity to. She was just supposed to show you she got the place, and you're looking in here like this is a good defensible spot where you can still like peek out into the marketplace if you want to. There's not really anything in here that you haven't thought of.
Okay.
The best thing to do is maybe dodge and hunker down.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Well, then I will refresh my blade ward and refresh my aim.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna. As you do that, you hear this dragon says something loud and vibrating in Draconic. Fen, you hear it, and it says, "I can smell you." As it is close enough and has blind sense of 60 feet.
I have no idea what they said, but I
Oh,
do know when
did it
something
cut off?
sounds threatening.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. No.
So I am gonna like pull Max in a little bit.
Mhm. Max is incredibly frightened by this. And will pull in close to you and just like lets out some small whines, and it's just incredibly afraid, like pulls its wings in tight. It hasn't even fully outstretched these wings yet. And just poor pathetic little creature just is in your arms, frightened of this really big dragon outside.
Don't worry, Max. We're gonna try to make sure you get a life.
Does Max belong to this dragon, or did this dragon steal this egg from a different dragon? Because this dragon's blue and Max is gold, and I don't know how dragons in D&D work.
That is a question that will have to be answered once you see that the dragon is hatched.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yep, that is something your character would not know quite yet, or even think to know. So,
Fair.
Elric, it is Elric's turn. He's doing his heckin' best. He's just gonna wind up this mace and hit the kobold. He should have went with a sacred flame. He does not hit the kobold. It just smashes one of the crates beside it as this kobold just like it like gets down on its belly and slithers up in front of him like little slippery things. It is the dragon's turn. You all hear a loud, it almost, you don't hear it with your ears, you hear it with your chest. A loud horn, as if from the heavens. You just feel it, and this dragon begins to claw its way into the ceiling. Its claws enter the ceiling into your apartment, but as this horn blows, and you feel it. The claws withdraw, and you just feel the gust of wind as it flies off, as it launches itself from on the top of this roof. And on the ground, this dragonborn says, "Well, Billy, that is my cue." And he's going to, I'm going to say he's going to get a chance to shove Billy away, and try and make his way out of here. Yeah, he shoves Billy back 5 feet, and he is going to then start his run out of here. And all the kobolds are going to do the same. Can make it 60 feet. And Grief, it is your turn. As these kobolds have started to run, you feel that horn blast in your chest as well.
I'm gonna still continue making my way to where Gift is.
Okay. Yep, you can. I can say if you use your action and your movement, you can get into her apartment.
Okay.
Question, Gift, did you think to lock the door behind you?
That was last session, and I know specifically I did not.
Okay.
I went straight to the closet.
Okay. It's unlocked.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'll still knock as I'm coming in. It's me. Just because I don't want to accidentally get shot, I assume she would be at the ready.
Not a good assumption, but you happen to be right.
Grief, you enter into this apartment, and yeah, you see is the very top of Gift's head and a crossbow.
Fantastic. It seems that they're all leaving.
Quick lore check, Mal, for this world.
Okay.
So alignment, Gift's alignment is true neutral, and in a bog standard D&D, druids are like famously true neutral and supportive of things like magical beasts that aren't where they should, are where they shouldn't be. Is that true in this world?
I'm gonna say yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Okay. So Gift will start to say something, mumble, stutter, say something that sounds really terrible in Abyssal, if you speak Abyssal.
I do not.
Okay, it just sounds like, cursing someone's mother.
Okay.
And writes out on the chalkboard, "I don't know anything about dragons," writes out on the chalkboard again, "but I bet druids do. Wizards are bad news." Her thinking, Mal, is she used to work for wizards. Doesn't matter what dragons are, wizards are going to do something nasty to it. She's going to get maxed to druids. That's her thought.
Sense.
That makes a lot of sense. It's at that point that you see the little golden scales of this little dragon wormling, Grief.
Baby. I want to scritch the baby.
This little wormling doesn't move away from Gift at all.
That's fair. This is like, yeah, you've imprinted. So now can I ask my question about this dragon? And
Yeah. Well, you would know generally that dragons of different species are different species. Usually different colored dragons are, well, and it's pretty common that chromatic dragons, your red, green, blue, white, they don't like the metallic ones. That's a pretty established, Bahamut and Tiamat are, two fighting siblings, and that extends to all dragons. Go ahead and you can give me an Arcana, or you can give me Religion.
20 Arcana on that.
Ooh. Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no way that this dragon belongs to the blue dragons at all. This was clearly stolen from somewhere.
And what does my character know about gold dragons?
About blue dragons?
About gold dragons.
Gold dragons. They have an affinity to the element fire. They are considered to be the most powerful dragons.
Can I try to hold out some meat pie?
I'm thinking, like, is this persuasion, or is this one of those rare instances where animal handling makes more sense?
I love animal handling.
Make an animal handling
It's
check.
a whopping +0 to animal handling. And a 13 on the die.
A 13. Okay. Max will tentatively come out from behind Gift, grab the pie, but like a cat does, kind of pounces on it and then bats it a little bit, and then takes the whole thing in its mouth, swallows it whole, and then comes back behind Gift.
Okay, cool. I'm just trying to make, friendly interactions. So, all right.
As that's happening, down on the ground, all these kobolds, all these cultists. Well, are there any live cultists? I don't think
one.
So. There's one. are fleeing. They are just running from here. The kobolds are carrying everything they can, which is slowing them down just a little bit. They seem pretty proficient at stealing treasure, it seems.
Yeah, that tracks.
Vincerius, we're kind of out of combat here. We're, but you can still do combat-y things if you want to.
That was going to be. I'm like, there's a kobold stuck between Elric and myself. I'm noticing. Is it trying to flee and can't find a way out, or is it trying to still attack Elric because it doesn't have a choice?
It is going to try and flee. So feel free to take an attack of opportunity on it.
What I am going to do instead is in Draconic, I'm going to pop up behind him, put a hand on his shoulder, and say, "You can make better life choices, friend. Like right now, don't take anything with you if you flee. But also, these people can be your friends. You don't need to stay with them. Consider it. We will let you go." And I'm going to look at Elric and say, "Let him go."
Elric will just put his mace down. We'll lower his mace. I will say, go ahead and make a charisma check of your choice.
Yeah. Performance. No.
I
actually I'm proficient in that for some reason, but anyway, it's a 15.
A 15? Okay. This kobold will look left and right and drop everything but one thing.
Excellent.
And which
you can have that one thing as a treat.
You know how when they do altruism tests on rats, and when a rat gives one treat out of their things, that's considered a really high level of altruism for a rat. Him only stealing one thing is an incredibly high level of altruism for a kobold. So
I say, I look at him when I see that happen immediately. I'm just going to say back in Draconic, "Thank you, friend."
He says, "I'm not your friend," and just looks left and right and then skitters away.
Not yet.
Kobolds are apparently 15-year-olds.
I mean, lore-wise, they don't live longer than that. And not because they can't, they just don't. Oh, okay.
All right. So it looks like everything else is cleared out. I'm gonna head to the path that I saw Grief going. I don't think I knew where Gift was, but I'm heading that
Yeah.
direction. And did Grief couldn't come in from this side, right? Had to go all the way around.
Had to go all the way around. Yeah.
All right. I lost track of Grief during the battle at some point.
It's okay.
Where did he go on the map?
Make a perception check as there are windows and everything around.
That's fair. Where are you at? Hey, I got a +1 in that. Oh, it's a 5. Yeah. Guess instead of like he's clearly lost Grief at some point.
Oh,
so,
you only got a 5. Sorry.
5 total. Yeah. So he's rather than doing that, she's gonna head back a little bit towards very still creepy Billy and say, you happen to see where my friends went, my compatriots?
He says, oh, yep, that is I think so. And he'll point up to the window of Gibbs' apartment. I saw the little commoner girl poking her head out of the window up there.
Gotcha. Okay. So Fenn's gonna come over to this side of the building and be like, what? Why is it? Oh, fine. And
it's a private apartment, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll leave the map up here for reference, but yeah, you don't need to move your token if you don't want to. Yeah, as we'll change the layout over to the camera view for our streamers here. Yeah, as you eventually all do make your way up into Gift's apartment, and you behold this little dragon wormling.
Is that it? Does that have gold scales? Is that what I'm seeing? Y'all seeing that, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Gift writes on their chalkboard. Their name is Max. I think we
Max,
should take them to the druids.
Good call.
We could do that, but I saw it. I mean, there might not be a whole lot of hope for him, but I saw a couple of people got snagged by that dragon. I don't know if we want to do something about that. I don't know if we can follow them.
Gift chuckles and points at the little like straining paper hummingbird. Says on their chalkboard.
Okay, that's a neat trick. What?
She puts out, the hummingbird will lead us to my sister. She was one of the ones taken.
Oh.
We shouldn't take Max with us.
Good call.
We need to find somewhere safe for Max.
I'm assuming, Mal, I need to do a history check of some type just to check to make sure I know about gold dragons.
Yeah, make a history check, and also you got a closer look of that dragonborn. So go ahead and make a history check in general.
That would be a 22.
A 22. You caught the glimpse of this dragonborn, and it wasn't a blue dragonborn like you've ever seen. Dragonborns tend to look mostly similar. They look dragon-like, but they don't, like, other than the scale color, they don't take on a lot of features of the dragon that they have an ancestry to. This one, it was like a head of a blue dragon in miniature. With the horn and the way the eyes were inset into the skull. with a 22, you've heard of things like this. You've heard of dark rituals performed in dark places. You've heard of draconians, these servants made from stolen dragon eggs, and these kind of profane creatures made for specific reasons, maybe to control them. You don't know, but it's definitely not something it's definitely considered very profane magic.
And it was very specifically they needed to use the egg, not like a very tiny dragon like this one, right?
Right.
Okay. Max actually might be safe there. You're right, we shouldn't take Max with us. It's not a safe place for a child. Let's be fair. And Max here is going to grow up to be a great dragon. And I don't mean like great as in size. I mean like the gold dragons are pretty infamously like nice things. They're pretty good people. But
Gift nods enthusiastically, but writes out, "Not if the wizards get them."
fair. What they wanted was not Max, but the egg. If Max had stayed in the egg, they were going to do terrible things with it. Did you see that creature who kind of looked like me? Yeah, that was dark magics involving eggs and such. So that's why I think Max is probably fine now. But again, we can go find some druids and get him to safety.
She smiles and says, "Safe from them? Wizards keep menageries."
That's a good point.
She does know about wizards, but not about any of the rest of this.
Yeah, my museum back at home all had a bunch of information on some terrible dark rituals that were held in the past up there. Yeah, we'll get Max to safety and then we'll go. I'm sorry about your sister.
She can take care of herself. And then kind of like the whatever this world's equivalent of the hoo-ha sign.
Yeah. Imagine it's just like slapping the arm. Like so y'all keep saying Max, and every time you say Max, this little dragon worm like chitters and it says Galath. And then it eventually says Galath Nimbar. And you can tell it's draconic, but you can tell like none of you understand draconic. You think just maybe this dragon's babbling. Draconic, Fen, and you think maybe that's a name.
So Fen's gonna point at Max and say Galathnimbar?
Galathnimbar.
Ah.
And then it burps and like a flame spouts out.
Galathnabar.
And it just opens its mouth and it's Galathnimbar and like pounces a little closer.
Okay, very cool.
And I think with that, I think that's what we're in for tonight.
You want to give me a spelling on that name?
Yes, I can. Gal. I'll just put it in the chat.
That works.
I'll do it for everybody in the Twitch chat, and I'll put it in our Discord.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you spelled that.
It's a dragon name. It has to be ridiculous, right?
You said the second letter, and I was like, "Well, I already misspelled it in my head."
Yeah, and I think that's where we will end our game for the night. Awesome, excellent session, everybody. I guess we'll go ahead and do outros. Silver Bulette, tell us about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I am Silver Bulette, aka @silver_bulette here on Twitch, as well as over on YouTube, where on YouTube you can find all of our past sessions of Capes and Caverns, which is a superhero restyling of Dungeons and Dragons. We sometimes have Monday sessions at about 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Haven't in a hot minute, but that should be happening soon, I hope. And aside from that, I am also the host of All the Webs a Stage, which is a short play podcast. We write 2 different 5-minute plays. We read the plays to the best of our abilities, and the plays are in.
No, I think we lost Silver Bulette.
Oh no.
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
If they reconnect, we'll circle back. Jaden, go ahead and do your outro.
So I'm Jaden. I also go by Soliloquy. You can find me on most platforms under the name Fat Sapphic Bro. I've got a bit of following on TikTok where I talk a lot about fat phobia, being trans, disability, and then random life stuff and self-care check-ins and art. I'm also Mal's partner. I realized last week I didn't say that. So yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Oh, well, the layout's probably going to be weird, but that's fine. We'll just carry on through. Penny, go ahead and tell us about yourself.
For sure. My name's Penny. You can find me on some platforms under @Cetra777. I guess so. I run a photo blog on Tumblr under @777, which you might enjoy. And if you are interested in real world modern druidry, I also keep a druidry blog at wilddjunipercrafts.com. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, everybody, I have been Archangelic. This has been a wonderful game. I want to say thank you to all of you who joined in the chat. I want to say thank you to my players. Like, y'all have been awesome. This has been fun. I'm looking forward to doing so much more. Also, I'm just gonna say this here, you all level up. So
Woo!
and yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. We should be doing this next week, God willing, and so feel free to join us then. So thanks. Bye everybody.
See y'all.
Bye. Thanks.